guys, I am Katie from Mitza Creek Farm and welcome back to our channel. It has been a minute and I have a lot to catch you up on. Our final batch of meat birds for the year and turkeys just went off to the processor. Owen is bringing them. That is a big weight off of our shoulders because now it is getting cold at night and it is starting to get freezing, and the coyotes have been really thick, and so we have kind of fortified all the fences around here. Everything is surrounded in hot wire. There's some areas that are surrounded in hot wire multiple times, and so it was kind of just like, okay, at what point are the coyotes going to breach this fence? So I'm very glad that we didn't wait any longer to get these to the processor. So tonight we're going to get the egg layer chicks that we had gotten towards the end of the summer. They were in the mobile coop with the meat birds. We have to get them and get them put in to the coop with the other egg layers. And just this week, our egg layers stopped laying. I think it's a combination of molt and shortened daylight hours. So we have not gotten a single egg in about a week now. So that really stinks. We had quite a few people who were buying eggs from us, which was wonderful until they stopped laying. So that kind of puts a kink in our plans, but that's okay. It's kind of right now one less thing that we need to worry about. You can see behind me, the fall colors are absolutely beautiful. Everything is about at its peak right now, and it is just a beautiful fall day here on our farm. So the last time I shared a video was when I did an update on our bees, and although it feels like we've been hit with a big old board across the side of our head, we are still here, we're still alive, we're still plugging along. It has been a crazy, busy, very rough month or two here on our farm. Let me just kind of walk and talk and tell you guys everything that happened. So our oldest daughter Sydney graduated high school this spring, and she went off to college, and she is going to one of the best pastry and baking schools in the world. And she has to travel across the country for that. So at the end of August, we had to take her out to college, and it was fun and exciting, and just very, like, we are very excited for her and very happy for her. And about a week before that, Lily had an accident at work and had to go to the emergency room, and another family also had an accident, had to go to the emergency room on the same day. And so that was kind of the week before Sydney went to college. We were dealing with that. We also had another family member who was like, we couldn't, I don't want to share any information, but because the one family member was injured, we were relying on another side of the family to watch the kids, and that person also got sick while we were gone bringing Sydney to college. So things got very chaotic very quickly here. The farm pretty much was left in the hands of Sydney, or Lily and Beck, and they had family bringing them here during the day to do chores, keep things watered, that kind of stuff. They did awesome. There's some things that got overlooked, but really bare minimum was what we were going for at that point, because it was a very stressful and rough time. So we got home and Owen tested positive for COVID. And thankfully, my parents' camper just happened to be here, and so he went out to the camper because with the kids, Beck and Lily started school also while we were gone, and with them starting school and me knowing that I had a couple big things coming up, I knew that I could not afford to get sick, and we couldn't afford for the kids to get sick either. And so he ended up staying in my parents' camper till quarantine was over. And during that time, he also quit his job to open his own business, which is wonderful, but it kind of made things a little complicated. So then he had to go to Las Vegas for a work trip for his new business, which was wonderful. So him and Lily went and did that. And while they were there, Beck broke his shoulder playing football. And so that was a hospitalization. They were thinking he would have to have surgery, but thankfully he did not. But he is in a traction cast. It's a weighted cast that has like the traction thing on around his neck. And so it has just been kind of disaster after disaster after disaster here. So our YouTube videos have taken the back burner just because we really are like in survival mode right now. So here we are, October 5th, I believe today is. We have just a few mums left down there. Our stand is fully set up, and I'll go show you that in a little bit. Pumpkins are all picked and harvested because we have had a couple very hard frosts, and so and we had a good freeze too. So pumpkins are done, and now we are trying to get everything kind of picked up and ready for winter. We also, on Monday, our 2 beef went to the processor, and today our poultry all went to the processor. We did an amazing job down at the stand. I will show you guys some video footage of that because it is absolutely beautiful. I am so happy with the roadside stand. Yep, wanted that open, but I can't do it all. So we just went with the roadside stand. We also did our own honey, and that was just in the last week that we finally got that bottled, and we are almost sold out of honey. I am so shocked. There is a huge need for local honey here, and so we are going to go in with that experience for next year, and definitely increase the amount of honey that we got from our beekeepers so that we can provide more honey to our customers. We had 3 batches of meat birds get processed, turkeys get processed, 2 beef get processed. We didn't process any lambs this year. Those will go in the spring, I believe. And we did plant sale, Sydney's graduation. We did a lot on the farm this year. Another huge thing that we did is we successfully rotationally grazed 14 cows on our land. And we went beyond our perimeter fence, and we rotated way out in the woods and in our pastures that are further away from the house, which is way outside my comfort zone. But we were able to do it, and we were able to keep these guys on pasture all summer long and get them moved every day or every other day. That is a huge task and a huge undertaking, but we were able to do it. So we are learning so much, and that is huge. I feel like we really grew a lot this year, and we learned a lot, and we're putting all the stuff we've learned over the past 6 years like into place. And yes, it was hard, it was exhausting, it was backbreaking, but we did it. And we have there's There's only 2 out here, 3 right now, but we had beautiful, healthy calves and cows all summer long. Look at this. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Our property is so gorgeous. These fall colors are about at their peak right now. These are all popple trees behind me. Those over there are all birch trees, and the green are different types of pine. There's some jack pine, some balsam, some white pine in there, and then a couple big ones are oak. One of the things that we are starting to transition to, getting ready for winter, is we are going to be bale grazing our cattle out here on the pasture this winter. Usually we put them in, it's called like a sacrifice pen or sacrifice pasture for the winter, but we really want to focus on improving this sand, this soil that we have here. So we are going to be bringing you with as we start figuring out how to bale graze through the winter in northern Wisconsin. And we also are going to be really starting to sell our meat products, our chicken, our lamb, our beef, and our honey. And we are also going to be looking at ways to improve our efficiency, and if that means hiring help, then we're going to be walking through all the steps of hiring help. And then we're going to go into planting pumpkins for next year. And usually I do that about now, and I have some ideas up here. I have some really good ideas. But I'll get more into depth on those once I have pumpkin plants finalized, because if my process is going to be a little bit more in-depth this year than usual, but I have a good plan and I'm really excited for it, because the way we planted pumpkins this year was wonderful. It was amazing. It worked really well, and so I'm wanting to take that and make it bigger. So I just wanted to do a quick video giving you just a summary of everything that we've been doing. I apologize for not posting videos sooner, but really when our family's health is on the line and when our mental health is on the line, that needed to take the back burner. It has been a very, very rough summer on us, and I feel like we are just starting to come out of it. Becca's still in a cast, and his arm is still immobilized. Owen's new business is not up and running yet. That should be within the next month. His opening should be. And we are just getting into the swing of things with school and with our new life after Sydney's going to college. That has been a big adjustment. It really is now starting to sink in because of every emergency that has happened since we left. And so we just have had hurdle after hurdle after hurdle, probably since her graduation. We've been running nonstop. So I wanted to let you guys know we're here. We are doing as well as can be. We've made it through all the emergencies, through all the disasters, and we are looking forward to coming back and sharing more of our life and our farm with you. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.